What you witnessed right now seems to be a completely normal video. But what if I tell you there is one small unnoticeable mistake in here, which if I wouldn't have corrected in my further workouts could have led to a worse wrist injury? Yes, you heard me right. So guys, welcome back to my channel and today I'm going to be talking on what is the mistake that I'm making here and which probably you also are making as well. And surprisingly no one on YouTube actually knows this mistake. I couldn't find any channel that explained this small mistake that I was making. I just had to figure it out on my own. So, yeah, let's get started. Since by the thumbnail you already know this video is related to some wrist injury. So, I think it should be pretty obvious to you by now that there is something wrong with my wrist positioning at these gymnastic rings. But could you notice what could be the mistake? I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't notice anything. And if you are someone who workouts on gymnastic rings, well, this video is definitely important for you because what I'm about to share, I don't think you can find anywhere else on YouTube about this. Because when I tried my best to find, I couldn't find anything. So, yeah, to explain what's going on here, let me show you the gymnastic rings. So, as you can see here, gymnastic rings are round in shape. Now, when you do dips on parallel bars, you just go into a regular grip for dips. And well, it is pretty simple, right? But on gymnastic rings, it's not as simple as that. You can't just go into a random grip on the gymnastic rings because, well, obviously the gymnastic rings are round in shape, though, so there obviously should be some difference in the way you're gripping it, right? Doesn't it make sense? And as well, if you have noticed your hand just slightly curved inwards. So, well, it should be pretty obvious. Just going into a random grip isn't going to work here. So now let me tell you what the actual fix over here is. So rather than just going into a random grip, what most people do is randomly hold it in front or randomly neutral or maybe at the back sometimes. Well, you better don't go into a random grip. Let me just explain what the correct way to grip it is. So yeah, what you can just pull the gymnastic rings from the center as you can see and then place your hand positioning like that at the middle of the ring and there you go. You have finally perfected the right way of holding a gymnastic rings. Now, well, what's wrong with the other two positions? Let me explain to you. While at start it might seem the right way to hold the grip, it actually isn't because it isn't supporting your wrist structure. So yeah, as you go into the dips positioning, that's when you'll actually realize what's wrong. When you hold it the way I'm telling you to hold it, that's when you realize, oh, this feels much better on the wrists. And trust me, when you perform your whatever exercise you're doing on gymnastic rings, whether you're doing dips or something else, you'll definitely feel better. That's what happened in my case. I used to hold the gymnastic rings well just randomly as most people would do. I have been working on gymnastic ring from about 1 year, and it took me it took me a really long time to realize this small mistake. At start, what I thought was my muscle was actually not adapted to gymnastic rings, and well, the adaptation process is going on. That's what I thought at least. I could feel slight wrist pain, but I would feel like, oh, it's probably the muscle just adapting to it, nothing much serious. Now, I won't say the wrist pain continued to get worse, but I would say the wrist pain maintained itself. It wasn't curing, neither was it increasing. Now, obviously, no muscle takes an year to adapt to stuff, right? So went on online research, couldn't find anything. Then finally, what I decided, I will experiment with different sort of grips. And well, this grip which I just showed you, this was the best one out of all. Literally, as soon as I changed my grip to this, there was no pain. It was all gone. I don't know why no expert on YouTube has even talked about this. Is it just me, or is there are there more people around me who have actually felt some wrist pain from gymnastic rings? Well, in rare case scenario, maybe I am actually the only one, but I don't think that's the case here. Well, everyone on YouTube will tell you how to do the perfect dip, perfect push-up. Even on gymnastic rings, there are several videos on how to do a dip the right way, prevent shoulder pain. But I couldn't really find any specific video for wrist injury or any sort of wrist pain which are caused due to gymnastic rings. For some reason, no one on YouTube has explained it. So yeah, I just had to figure it out on my own. And yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I hope this actually helped somebody out there. And yeah, see you in the next video.